Look at the view. I swear, this game is just a screenshot waiting to happen. Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to Astroneer. I'm back in the game that I was working on in building a space station up in orbit around this planet. Now this is not the main game that I was playing on. I have a different game where I've kind of visited a whole bunch of other planets and whatnot. I'm going to go back to that one to do some more exploring on the exotic planet. But in a live stream at the end of last week, I want to say it was maybe around Friday, I was working on something here that I really want to finish building out. So way up there, just above the mountain, you can see that home locator. And we started on building a base in outer space. So we have this long row that we built all the way up into outer space. It took a really long time. The stream was actually significantly longer than I planned it to be. And it was topping out somewhere around a little more than 3.5 hours worth of playtime. And we didn't quite get the base finished up there. So I want to kind of polish that off today. So this is the base that I have down here at the base camp. And you can see that it's not very well laid out. I went back to an earlier save game that I had so that I wouldn't have to start all over from scratch for the stream. And it's not terribly well laid out. So really, I should have tried to have this much more flat. It makes it kind of hard to run around the base and get to different things. So this is our ground side base. And this is our space base that we have in progress. So we only have a couple things that built up here so far. We did run out of supplies in the course of trying to build up the base, and there's definitely a lot of work that needs to be done to kind of level this all out. We ended up with some really weird angles as we tried to build this out. Now, some of the units have sort of self-leveled themselves, so I'm going to try and base the new ground off of that. So we're going to have to do some leveling there. We have some more units I need to build out here. So we have the trade platform available to us. It's been opened up in the research. However, we had a problem where we ran out of aluminum in the course of trying to do the live stream, and we just couldn't find it anywhere. I did finally find some right at the very end of the stream, but I unfortunately overextended myself and I suffocated, so that opportunity was kind of lost to us. But as you can see, it's pretty rough up here right now. This doesn't really look too much like a space station the way I wanted to. It's really more just kind of like a bit of a platform connected to a really high bridge. But you can see that we're up above the atmosphere, and you can see the clear curve of the atmosphere below us. And there's a great view of the planet down below as well. So very cool, I think, overall. It's kind of neat having something up in outer space here. And you can't really beat the views when you get a good angle. So I'm going to try and see if we can see down to there. There we go. So there's the bridge that we built to get all the way up here. And you can see it's pretty huge. We had to kind of taper off a little bit toward the end because it was getting too steep and vehicles couldn't get up it. But way down there is our home base, down there behind that mountain. What I want to do today, though, is work on getting that aluminum. So I did find it inside a downed ship, so I have my vehicle all set up for that. We're going to head back down to the main base camp so we can head out and get the aluminum, and that will give us the ability to use the fuel condenser and the trade platform up here as a way of getting resources up top without having to truck them up in one of the rovers over and over again or using a truck. So I think that'll represent a fairly significant time savings for us in not having to do that. I also want to work on leveling this out so we get a larger, flatter platform up here. Because this is frankly a little dangerous. It's got these really weird drop-offs and stuff, and you have to kind of be very careful about it. So, yeah, but overall, I mean, it looks pretty cool hovering up here above the clouds. So, let's head back down and go in search of that aluminum. Let me tell you, getting back down from up there is really challenging. Every time I start to run and I slide, it's pretty much game over. All right, so we've got some power plant generation down here. Over here is I built a rover. We've lost a couple of them that fell off the bridge up there, unfortunately. I think one of them actually might be hanging somewhere in the space between the upper platform and the ground. But I did build a trailer with a couple extra storage compartments on it, so we can carry some stuff there. I did leave 2 of them open at the front, though, just so that I would have the option of picking up some larger items like some seats or whatever. If there's pretty much every spaceship that we find has one of those in it. So given how often I've had to rebuild vehicles, I figured it was probably a good idea to try to salvage some seats, since I'm wasting a lot of compound and trying to build those out. We've gone through a lot of compound. You can see how pockmarked the ground is around here. We've had to keep digging around for random things. All right, let's see how well this all is now. Now, System Error did do an update to the game. Oh, wow, that's really messed up. What's going on with the views? Oh, there's a piece of land there, so it just messed with my camera. That's so weird. I have to get rid of that. System Error did do an update on the game, which apparently was supposed to fix a few of the issues, including some of the really bad performance issues related to pulling a trailer along with your rover. It seems you're rolling along okay. It's still really heavy, so it doesn't roll all that quick. I had some people join a game a little bit earlier, and I ended up I couldn't even record. The frame rate dropped so bad that it was virtually unplayable for me. I don't know what it was like for them, but the performance was really, really bad. So I don't know if it's because I'm running on an old save that was from before the update, or if maybe there's still some opportunities to update around multiplayer in there. But it seems to be working okay in single player, which is good. So I'm going to try and finish off the base here in single player mode as opposed to multiplayer. And I did get the help really in the part that we desperately needed it, which was the bridge going all the way up into outer space, which really took a long time. Here's the down vessel that I found right at the end of the stream, and wouldn't you know it, I came out here hunting for aluminum, and I had to go inside the ship and try to find it, and I built up a little land bridge for myself so that I could climb up, and wouldn't you know it, laterite has actually appeared on the land bridge that I built. That's just crazy. So I don't know whether there's just a random chance of laterite respawning somewhere, and what was previously midair, so it didn't have a chance to grow there, and I filled it in with something so it could. I don't know if that's what happened there, but either way, I'll take it. We can definitely use that laterite, because I wouldn't mind having the trade platform down here on the ground too. But a similar scenario, we just didn't have enough laterite or aluminum to build one out. So let's build ourselves a little land bridge here. I'm running out of power. My poor car is only based on solar power, and it's not sunny out right now. I think I am. Yeah, I am draining some power out of the car. Maybe. I mean, my power's going up, but doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look like the car's going down, so I'm going to assume that I'm probably not taking the power from the car. Okay, so we've got a bit of a bridge here, but I want to be very careful that I don't drop in here. I tried to rush this last time during the stream, and I ended up suffocating down here, so my body is hunting off down a tunnel somewhere. Where I tried to run out and see if I could get to freedom in time, but just didn't make it. Alright, a little bit bigger step here, I think. So we have a good way to get out. Oh, that's not quite how I wanted that to go. I do find that aiming with the deformation tool is really tricky using the controller. This is, I think, where a mouse actually has a significant benefit. Try and make this into an actual ramp here. That is too smooth. Can I get an angle on it? Show me an angle. There we go. That's better. That's exactly what I want. Now I can actually run up it. And I'm out of power. I even added a new battery on here because I lost a couple in the course of streaming when I died, but do I have... Okay, I can make tethers, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I think I accidentally just made filters. Go me! Yeah, I just wasted my last compound. Darn! Ah. Alright, let's hope the aluminum is still inside this thing. It is. Alright, so we got titanium, aluminum. I'm not going to bother with that organic there because I just don't need it. I can't even aim up here. The ship's in the way. Come on. There we go. And I want that seat. Give me your seat. I can't get a beat on it. I don't want this organic. That could stay here. Okay. We got the seat. There we go. Stick this up on the car. Oh, no. Come on. Weird camera angles are stopping me from getting it out there. Oh, I don't want to... I just stuck it on the ceiling. There we go. Can I get out of here? I can. Alright, we got the seat. We'll stick it on here so we can take that with us. I do want to grab some more laterite when I'm down here, though, because it's been such a hard time finding it in this place. But let's improve our path out here first so that we have a good way to get out of here. Nope. Accidentally just shuffled my car a little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Give me all your laterites. Aw, that's not fair. It's like hanging in midair. I should be able to take it, but I can't. This planet, unfortunately, has gotten to be really, really buggy. When I travel underground, I have to be extremely careful. There's these huge gaps in the planet where you can just like fall through the space that's not supposed to be there. I think in general, this save game is largely toast. It's unfortunate because this is where I decided to build my space base. But, c'est la vie. Alright, how much have I got on me now? So I have 2 aluminum, 1 laterite, and I had almost enough for another laterite, but not quite enough. If I could just find another pocket down here. But without tethers, I don't really want to probe in too deeply there. Let's go see what else we can find. I was able to find some more compounds, so I'm going to do a little bit of exploring near this down ship. It turns out that the cave that it's kind of hanging off into has an entrance right over here that's a little bit easier to get down into than what I was trying to do in building a path to climb down the side. So I'm going to explore down here, and we'll see if we can find maybe some more laterite that we can use, because I could do with a good supply of aluminum, I think, just to make sure that I don't have any issues with building out what I need to. I really wish I could get this stuff here that's hanging in midair, but it's just, I don't know, it's bugged out in some way, and it's just not letting me pick it up. This planet is unfortunately super bugged right now. As I was saying, though, we will have to be really careful down here because the world is kind of unstable. For all I know, this is going to be another one like the arid planet that cracks into multiple pieces because... Oh, actually, this tunnel looks kind of cool, but there are some really big gaps in the world, and it would be really easy to be just kind of wandering along and fall right into one of them. It's too steep. Need something that's a little less steep. I think that might work. Nah, it's a bit of a drop. That's okay. Whoa! Oh! It's a good thing that rock was there. I think it just stopped me from plunging. Nah. It is a little bit high, but not too bad. If I can get an angle to aim at this thing. I can get rid of this big chunk here. Except I can't. What's going on? Why can't I target it? Come on. Show me the money. Oh, if I target it, it's giving me the land I'm standing on, too, and that's a problem. Alright. Well, we got something workable anyway. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. What we do need, though, is a little bit better of a path to get down here. So I'm going to try and smooth this out. That way I don't get trapped down here, and I want to be able to get out of here quickly when I want to. Oh, that's why I couldn't target it. It was actually a rock. It wasn't even the terrain. So there's like these rocks stuck in the terrain that when you dig them out, they'll fall, but the terrain itself doesn't actually fall if you dig it loose. Alright. That'll work. I probably should have a tether, though. Let's get a tether over here. There we go. We got light, we've got air, we've got power coming in. This is good. This is a really cool texture to have on the ground. Alright, we have malachite here, but I don't really have need of copper right now. I did find another research item, too, that I'm kind of hoping I can get some more lithium out of. I'd like to build some batteries and stuff, but I just haven't had enough lithium for it. Very cool. So we didn't have to go too deep to find another pocket of laterite here. And it's actually connected right up with malachite. If I needed copper, then I would be set, because there's tons of malachite down here. However, the one resource I'm lacking right now is really the laterite. So let's grab as much of this as we can so that we can haul it back up to our little trailer. And this should position us pretty well, I think, for the next little bit. We've got a pretty good chunk of laterite now to make aluminum. I found a second pocket actually down there that I grabbed some of to kind of finish filling up my pack before we took off out of there. That'll get us set. So I'm going to build a trade platform down here, and then we'll skip up top and build a trade platform up there so that we have the option to do some more building. I smelted up 4 of the laterite into aluminum. So we're just going to build a trade platform down here with 2 of these so that I have supplies down when I'm down here at the base level. And I don't have to hunt quite so much. As part of the update, they did increase the cost and of producing the hydrazine fuel that you would use to trade on the trade platform to get other materials. And they've also decreased the value of it. So I think instead of getting a 2-for-1 for compound and resin, you only get a 1-for-1. However, it still works out pretty good in the end. We're all out of power here, so I'm just going to take these other 2 laterite and stick them on here. So when there's power later, we can smelt those. And I did end up with a malachite accidentally, so I'll stick that on here too. Can't hurt to smelt it up into copper. We'll grab these 2 aluminum to take with us to the upper level. I really wish I had something for another battery. Actually, you know what? Let's grab that other research. We'll see if we get lucky, and maybe this research will have some lithium in it for us, because that would be really handy for making another battery. Stick that on here. Okay, big money, no whammy. I'm not sure if on this game I've researched the shape before. Nope, I haven't. So we got a research item, and survey says drill head, which is cool, but of no use to me at the moment. So let's head up to the upper base. I'm going to take this aluminum up there so we can build out our trade platform, and then see what we can do to start doing some leveling off. All right, we're back topside on our upper level base. I did find a relatively flat segment here that I could work with that I think, if I'm not mistaken, is a flatter plane to work from than the one I'd started with. So this should at least give us a little bit more level base. Now the tricky part is going to be that the habitat is kind of sunk in a tiny bit relative to where this one is, and it's on a bit of a funny angle, but I think most of the rest of it should work. It's going to be a little low on the side over here, but that's okay. I'm going to get I have the aluminum here, so oh boy, I got to be careful here. Let's maybe extend some ground out here so I don't take a misstep and accidentally step right off my base and into orbit around the planet. Because it's a long drop to the bottom. It takes about 30 seconds from here to fall all the way down to the planet's surface. It's kind of a long way. Oh, this is the 3D printer. This is what I want. Oh, there's oxygen on there. That's funny. There's an oxygen. Oh my goodness! Look, there's an oxygen tank and a battery sitting here. So one of the other players when they were in here were kind enough to leave this stuff behind. That's amazing. Oftentimes when they log out, your character just sort of drops where you are and you lose all your stuff. So we have 2 oxygen tanks up here and a battery, which is great. The battery I really need. Oh, boy, that one's sitting right out in space. The battery's what I really need, and then the oxygen tank I already have one, but it doesn't hurt to have a spare in case I do make a little misstep and find myself measuring the distance to the ground again. So give myself a little bit of buffer here just so I don't fall off if I go to the printer. This is a good size here. Now where did that other platform go? Oh my goodness, this is so rough up here. This really needs working. Okay, trade platform. Let's get the aluminum on here. We have 2 hydrazine ready there, which is good. I can run over here and create another one. Oh my goodness. This is so rough. So you can see there's double the bars now, so it's got a significantly higher cost. I can grab another one off of here. Let's stick this on the... Might as well put it right on the little vessel so I don't accidentally create some tanks of hydrazine that I can't deal with. We got a couple of power sources up here. This base isn't connected to the base down below, so the tether up top here, if I go and stand near it, should actually feed me power from below if there's anything being generated. But this base has its own separate power supply, I think. Oh gosh, I can't tell. No, the tethers are connected. That's awesome. All right, so I can trade power between the 2 bases. In the end, I want to get rid of this ramp here so we have a completely free-floating base up here. But that's not something that we're in a position to do just yet. Alright, so we have our trade platform built. We've got some hydrazine going. Let's try and get a little bit more level ground here again. So this whole end, I think I'm good with setting it at this height. The tricky part is going to be the other side, because it's already at a lower elevation just based on the stuff that's been built there. Oh, that sun's a little blinding. Blinding in a good way, though. I'm getting power, so that's good. Nope. Gosh, I can't even see. I think I built a finger of land out there, but I can't even see it. This is good. Nice flat plane. Awesome. This will give us a ton of room to work with up here, too. I do want to build a vehicle base soon, because that will give me a way that I can get from the station up here to the... or the base up here to the base down below much easier. Because we can just jump in the shuttle and fly. Now, the trick is, once I have the shuttle up here, I can't fall. Because if I fall, the transportation will be left up above. And then if you come and fly up here, it'll actually land in the same spot as the other one is already sitting in, and just push it right into the ground, so it'll fall through the world. Although I guess that could be one way to get it back down below. Okay, let's see how that looks. Wow, that's much better. Alright, so that gives us at least something that's we can work with a little bit here. Where it's gonna be challenging is where these other ones are sitting at a higher level. So, like, right around the trade platform, for example, is much, much higher. Try and level this out evenly. Alright, this is going good. And I'm getting lots of power, which is good. I don't even have the battery on me, and I'm not running out. This is great. So there must be power being fed from down below, and then there's also a couple solar panels up here, plus the one on my backpack, so I think at the moment I have nearly infinite power. Which is great. I gotta make as much progress as I can while the sun's shining here, because once it goes away, my power goes with it. Okay, so that's a good level there. Now down below is where things get trickier. So what have I got here? Oh, don't fall. Okay, this level here works out well for this lower portion of the station, I think. So if I extend this one out, hopefully this is as flat as the upper part is. Let's get this over to this other... Oh, I just carved a big hole there. It's not what I planned to do. I do find controlling the little pointer on this thing much, much more challenging using the controller than if I was using a mouse. I've seen some people do some really, really elegant things with the deformation tool. If you look on Reddit, people are always posting these pictures of these, like, perfectly shaped squares and stuff they managed to make. It's just crazy. I can't really do that myself so far. Maybe because I need to practice more, but also it's really hard to move just the right amount with this tool. I find that when I walk with it, I get much better control than if I actually try to just aim. Alright, we have a good platform now. I actually sunk a couple tethers right into the ground, but that's okay. No big deal. It is really rough here in the middle. I wish I could do something about that. You can see where I put the module down here, and it's on a distinct angle relative to the rest of the base, but it's neat how the rest of it kind of set itself out flat. I just wish the module had done that, because I tried to use the module as the basis for where I was kind of planning the ground. I should go down on the roadway here and try to get rid of this big lump. Whoa! No, 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 don't fall. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I almost slid right off the edge. This is so steep and slippery here. Alright. I think if I walk up to it slowly, I can get it to dissolve and merge in without making another big lump. Please, oh please, oh please. Oh, there's a big bump there. Come on now, give me what I need. Yeah, if you don't get too close to the edge and you keep it a good distance back, it will merge and make a good angled edge on it. There we go. Perfect. Nice. That worked out amazing. Okay. Look at the view. I swear, this game is just a screenshot waiting to happen. Blook. Okay. Printer. I think the vehicle bed takes aluminum. I hope it does, because I have 2 more aluminum on me. Yes. Alright, I can bring it out of the way, because when this thing finishes building, it's going to stick a pad out in front of itself. Bloop. There we go. Alright, so there is definitely another weird pad here. Drat. I wish I could do something about the levels these things are on. Once you place them down, though, you can't move them. Can't destroy them. They're just kind of there. I mean, short of totally rebuilding my little sky base, which I don't really want to have to do. I don't think I can do anything about it. Alright, I think it's time for a test flight. Let's go down below and build a rocket, or a shuttle. Maybe I'll go with the smaller shuttle for now, so that we don't have to use too many resources. And then we'll... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Storm! Ah, I couldn't even hear the wind. Uh-oh. I'm right under the atmosphere, and there's still a storm up here. What is this, like meteor shower? Look at that, it's just peppering my base with rocks. And there's fog, too. There's not even atmosphere up here. There's a fog. Our shuttle is built, and I've got 3 hydrazine that are ready to go so that we can fuel it up. I'm not going to fill it right up to the top because we're not really planning to do a whole bunch of like interplanetary travel. But what I do want to do is use this seat that we got from the down ship so we can save a little bit on resources. We won't have to use... It looks like such a ghetto rocket. We won't have to use the actual capsule thing, which takes up compounds. So we'll just use the one seat on it for now. This is only a small rocket, so I'm not really worried about having a lot of fuel or a lot of storage or anything on it. We could really, like, if we get a larger ship, we could use it to carry resources from the ground level up to our little space base. But with the trade platform up there, it's largely not necessary now anyway. It's really hard to aim this way. I thought I had a 3rd tank here somewhere, but I guess not. Let's get another one of these going. Or a 4th tank, rather. So I have, I think, a 3rd one in my inventory. See if I can get that on here. Yeah, I just had the one on me. So we have plenty of fuel in there now. I'm not going to worry about topping it up. We can get some more once we're up at the upper level. Let's jump in our little rocket and see if we can touch down safely on our little space base. All right, Astroneer to mission control. We're launching. If I can get it aimed right. Ah, come on. Off we go. Liftoff looks so cool. We should be able to see our base from orbit, so it won't be just be a oh gosh, camera angles. Where am I? All right, we're around the Terran planet. We gotta look for our little indicator that shows where our space base is now. I actually don't even know where we built it, if it's going to be along this plane or more towards one of the polar ends. There's clouds. Okay, so the clouds don't populate until you go down to the surface, so... Oh, there it is. There's our space base. Look, it even has like a landing circle around it now. Alright, so if we select it, we should be able to land over here. This is so cool. Oh, the camera angles are going to get all wacky here. Alright, we're coming in for landing. Oh, I want to get a good view of it, but I can't get the camera up high enough. Aha! Yeah! Just like that, we touched down on our space base. Alright, so that's going to save a lot of running, because let me tell you, I've run up and down a few times now, and it takes a really long time. On the way down, you have to be really careful, because if you start to slide at all, it's pretty much suicide. You're guaranteed to die. Oh, look at that view. See, this was worth it just for the views to build a base up here. All right, I have a few more things I'm going to need to do in terms of flattening this out, expand on the base size a little bit more, and I kind of want to give it a little bit of shape to it so it doesn't just have like this jagged floating rock kind of thing. And then once we get a shape that I'm happy with, I'm going to cut away this bridgeway here, which is also going to cut away our tether, which leads down to the base. So we are going to lose a bit of a power source down there. But I think that'll be okay in the long run once we have this built up. I'm going to call it a wrap for this video. Thanks everyone for checking out the video, and I hope you enjoy these and come back and check out some more. We're of course going to be playing some more Astroneer, and looking forward to some more updates as they continue to build out the game. This game is still technically in pre-alpha, so there's a lot more for them to do and add. Thanks again everyone. I'm as always CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.